President Donald Trump has announced a pause on the sweeping tariffs recently imposed on Mexican imports after discussions with Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum. However, tensions with Canada continue to simmer. Trump stated that the fresh tariffs targeting Mexico would not apply to trade falling under the pact between the United States, Mexico, and Canada, at least for now. He added, "This agreement is until April 2nd. After this date, Canadian and Mexican goods could still face reciprocal levies." On Truth Social, Trump explained his decision. "I did this as an accommodation, and out of respect for President Sheinbaum. Our relationship has been a very good one." This stands in stark contrast to his remarks following earlier talks with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, whom he accused of using the dispute to stay in power. Trudeau responded on Thursday, stating that Ottawa will remain in a trade war with Washington for the foreseeable future, even if there are breaks for certain sectors. He emphasized, "Our goal remains to get these tariffs, all tariffs, removed." Global markets tumbled after Trump's 25% tariffs on U.S. imports from Canada and Mexico took effect on Tuesday. Economists warn that Americans are likely to face broad-based price increases. The United States' expanded reprieve for Mexico came a day after the White House granted temporary relief to automakers from the levies affecting everything from lumber to avocado imports. Since taking office in January, Trump has made a series of tariff threats against allies and adversaries alike, declaring trade wars as a key part of his foreign policy. He justified the tariffs on the United States' two giant neighbors and vital trade partners, along with China, as a means to stop illegal immigration and the trafficking of the deadly drug fentanyl. However, Canadian and U.S. government data indicate that Canada contributes less than 1% of fentanyl to the United States' illicit supply. It is also a relatively minor source of illegal immigration compared to flows across the Mexican border. China has pushed back on U.S. allegations of its role in the fentanyl supply chain, calling it a domestic issue that tariffs will not resolve. Trump has argued that tariffs should become a major source of U.S. government revenue while addressing trade imbalances and practices deemed unfair by Washington. The U.S. trade deficit surged to a new record in January, ballooning 34% to $131.4 billion, driven by a 10% jump in imports, according to Commerce Department data. Analysts suggest that the U.S. deficit was likely bolstered by gold imports. Oxford Economics senior economist Matthew Martin noted that stripping out this impact, all other imports rose 5.5%, indicating front-loading of shipments was in full swing. This refers to businesses trying to get ahead of additional costs from potential tariffs and possible supply chain disruptions. Economists at Pantheon Macroeconomics added that tariff threats are reportedly prompting a mass repatriation of gold holdings to the U.S. from elsewhere, mostly via Switzerland. U.S. deficits were a key focus of Trump's first administration, during which he waged a bruising tariffs war with China. Since returning to office, Trump has launched plans for reciprocal tariffs tailored to each U.S. trading partner to tackle trade practices deemed unfair by Washington. He has also threatened tariffs on other imports ranging from semiconductors to autos. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story. The global economic landscape is shifting rapidly, and we will continue to bring you the latest information as it unfolds.
One for Canada, one for Mexico.
Yes, sir.
They've been in the news lately, haven't they? And I spoke to the president of Mexico, wonderful woman, today, and we helped them out with the problem they were having to do with the tariffs, short-term tariffs. And we had a very good conversation. Also, we discussed drugs, and they've been working much harder lately. Do you notice that? On people coming in and drugs, and we've made tremendous progress on both.
President Trump, what's your thought about why the markets are so spooked? Do you think they don't like the tariffs, or do they not like the uncertainty with some of the changes and the carve-outs?
Well, a lot of them are globalist countries and companies that won't be doing as well because we're taking back things that have been taken from us many years ago. We've been treated very unfairly as a country. We protect everybody. We do everything for all these countries. And a lot of these are globalist in nature. You know, they have, if you're outside of the United States, you know, it's going to be a little bit different.